I hope you guys actually enjoy it, and I hope it turns out cool and okay. I don't know. I I'm really lost, honestly. I've never done something in this scale. So, I'm quite lost, but I'm trying. So, let's just try and continue trying, and next time it will be better. That's what I keep telling myself. It's like, it's okay if this time I'm kind of lost and things might not turn out as great as they could have, but next time I'll know more and I'll know better and I'll be more prepared and I'll have experience, I guess. Daydreaming was me guiding you through the journey I go on when I create. It's mostly about creativity and my process when I just feel creative. I start by feeling lost and avoiding my thoughts, overthinking a lot, and just being in my head a lot. Eventually, finding refuge in creativity. So, wanting to be taken away by it, really, and then constantly being pulled back down to earth. So it's this fight of trying to make the most out of it and just accepting the whole journey for what it is. Even if I don't believe in myself, the journey is still there, and I will still keep being creative and daydream. It's in my nature. I had the title in mind already when I started writing the song, because at that time I already wanted to make this an EP and call it Daydreaming. So I went into this already having an established idea of what I wanted. I knew I wanted it to sound dreamy and be soothing, so I got to the piano and just started playing around with it. It was a very visual song because I wanted it to set the mood for the whole EP, since it's like the first song and also the title song. So I'm a very visual person in general, so when I have ideas for songs, EPs, projects, whatever it is, I tend to have a visual visual idealization of what I'm doing for that and from the get-go. The song was like the embodiment of that. This was the only song from the whole EP that wasn't written on the piano. This was the last song actually that I wrote, and it was written while I was producing it, which it was the first time I've ever done that at that time. Well, it's about insomnia, pretty much. Having terrible, haunting thoughts that keep you up all night. You try to sleep and distract yourself, but nothing seems to work. You can't fall asleep no matter what, no matter how tired you are. And when you come to notice, it's already 6 a.m. and you're better off just not sleeping at all and trying your best to move on with your day, because that's all you can do, really. You feel pretty hopeless. It's mostly about anxiety and insomnia, and it's tough. It's something that many people deal with, and me included.
Wide awake, I get this feeling that you're here to stay. I'm stuck daydreaming of a night you fade away. Wide awake, I have a feeling that you're here to stay. I'm stuck daydreaming of a night you fade away.
This song is interesting because I wasn't sure what it was about exactly while I was writing it. I was just feeling it and just singing whatever was on my mind. I feel like this was a lot of self-reflection. I even mocked myself a bit in this song. I was struggling quite a bit at that time with dissociating and trauma, so that's what it came down to. I realize it's a pretty vulnerable song if I look into it, but it's okay to be vulnerable, so yeah, it's just not as straightforward as, for example, Bare Minimum. It's a song about being more present for yourself as well and those around you, being more aware, taking care, both yourself and others, holding on no matter what happens. Just try your best.
A mess, but I swear I'll try my best while I still have hope.
Of course, the elephant in the room. It's fascinating how many people have related and connected with this song. This song was very hard for me to write and finish. Every single part of the process was just terribly hard. Recording vocals was hard because I kept getting emotional. The same thing happened when I was recording the video. It almost didn't come out. I had already started producing another track to replace it with, but I'm glad I pushed through it and just released it in the end. The inspiration behind this song came from one person in specific, a family member I have cut contact with years ago, but I have definitely felt this way with multiple people in my life to a certain extent. You give so much of yourself that you're willing to be hurt and destroyed. You continue to ignore all the signs and the red flags, and yeah. But eventually you have to come to terms that it's just not worth it. No matter how much you put into it or how vulnerable you make yourself, there's nothing you can do, and you just have to let go and set yourself free from them. Well, funny enough, also a song inspired by my family. But it's a way lighter one. This song comes from caring and love. We all have our escapism. When things get rough, we cope and distract ourselves in our own way. But there's healthy escapism, and then there's bad habits, and you never want to facilitate or be like an accomplice to someone's bad habits, especially if you care for them. You can only escape reality for so long. Sooner or later, you have to face your struggles, and that's kind of what the song is about. So, moral of the story is it's okay to accept help, it's okay to admit your faults. It's easier when you're not facing it all alone.
Use it as an excuse. I don't wanna be a gateway to your habits that soften up the issue. It's all gonna be just another day.
Sellout has also resonated with a lot of people, especially artists. This was the first song I wrote from the EP. I made a demo of it on the piano and I got amazing feedback and support from it. It was the push that I needed to make music again, and so that's when I started to learn or try to learn how to produce and lost my mind a million times in the process. This song is about being insecure and having that turn into perfectionism, which makes it so hard to finish anything, because I would start working on something, hate it the next day, and never touch it again. I'd never be satisfied with anything I created, and I still have a hard time, but I'm definitely working on being better about that. I've always been a big bully towards myself, and I tend to say that's why I have such thick skin, because the shit I say to myself I wouldn't even think or dream of saying to anyone else. I have gotten a lot better with that since I've been working on my confidence and became more self-aware as well. I'm trying to make it on my own way and my own terms, and I want to create and put myself into my craft, even if I don't feel capable or am scared. I'll still try, and hopefully at the end I'll look back and feel proud of what I created. And I can say I did feel proud of Daydreaming, no matter how harsh I can be on myself and how much I might criticize my work. It was something I never imagined I could do all by myself, and I'm glad I did it.
I wanna do shit that I'm proud of, but I never seem to be proud. I'll never be good enough from my own perspective. Oh, I'll never be comfortable, rather stay disconnected, but I'll keep calm and collected.